Everything you're watching right now was made without any 3D software and with zero animation experience. AI is so advanced now that you can create extremely impressive animations, but it still struggles with one major problem, and that's character consistency. But I've developed a simple workflow that solves this exact issue. Hey, my name is Mira, and I make animations for a living using only AI. In this video, I'll show you exactly how you can make AI cartoon animations in just 4 simple steps, so you can create consistent, high-quality animated videos, even if you've never used AI before. Here's my animation that we'll be learning today.
It was a peaceful Friday night. I was watching cartoons with my brother until we both noticed a big problem. That's when it all went down. He made the first move, so I had to stop it.
Ow, wow. Wait, what's that?
Huh? He tricked me, and for a split second, he almost got away with it, but I grabbed it too, and suddenly, it was war. We fought with honor, but in the end, none of us had it.
I'll leave all the tools I used in the description below, including my prompts and everything you need to follow along. Now, the first step to a high-quality AI cartoon animation is generating the perfect hero shot for your characters. We'll be using OpenArt for all our generations, since it is one of the best all-in-one platform with access to multiple AI models. So head over to OpenArt homepage and click on Image. For this, I'll be using Nano Banana Pro, because that's the image model that currently delivers the best results when it comes to character consistency. What I have in mind for our main character would be a Pixar-style teenage boy, with messy dark hair and visible eye bags. In the settings, change the output size to 16:9 and resolutions to 2K. After a few generations in OpenArt, this was exactly what I was looking for. Now, here's a little trick I always use to make sure the character stays perfectly consistent throughout the whole animation. AI tends to perform best when there is as little visual disturbance as possible. If you take a closer look at this current image, the guy is in a dark environment and there are lights in the background. AI will actually register all that lighting and colors. So the best thing to do is to clear out the distraction and have a clean hero shot of the character. So I'll generate a new version of our character with a plain white background. I'll bring our character into the Omni reference section. And for the prompt, refine this character into a clean Pixar-style hero portrait while keeping the exact face, hair, proportions, and expression. Place him in a studio-style background. And now we have this image, and it's very important you nail this down, because this image will be used as the core reference for all generations moving forward. Next, let's generate the side characters. It is basically the same process, but now I want to generate a chubbier teenager. Keep the settings the same and generate until satisfied. For me, I'm happy with this. Now drag this image into the Omni reference and give it the same prompt to get that clear hero shot. And this is the result. Now that we have our characters prepared, it's time to plan out a story for them. You can use ChatGPT to brainstorm different story ideas, but since I already have a story prepared, we'll move straight into the first scene to save some time. Take a look. This scene was made using image to video, because that's what really locks in character consistency. So let's begin with generating the image for the first scene. A good animation always starts with a strong base, and this is where the hero shot we created earlier comes into play. Drag both character hero shots into the Omni reference. For the prompt, use the 2 hero reference characters exactly as shown, in a messy late-night living room with dim lighting and a pizza box with 1 slice remaining in them. In the settings, make sure the out size is still set to 16:9. And for the resolution, we select this option. Now that we have this starting image, you could already animate it, but if you want maximum control over your generations, this next step is crucial, so don't skip this. Moving on to the second step, we'll be using Kling 2.5 for its prompt adherence and another feature which is called Start and End Frame. Before that, let's get our end frame ready for this step. Add in our starting image that we just generated into the Omni reference along with the hero shots, and for the prompt, do a close-up of the slimmer guy glancing sideways toward his friend with a suspicious or competitive expression. Same lighting and environment. Facial identity identical to hero shot. Using the same settings as before, here is what our end frame came out as. Now that we have both a start and an end frame, we're ready to animate. Head over to OpenArt's Video tab and select Kling 2.5, drag in both images and give it a motion prompt. This tells the AI how the camera should move, how the lighting should feel, and the overall cinematic style of the shot. In the settings, make sure to select the best quality mode. Check it out. Now this is already great, but here's a useful trick I always do to make my animations feel more cinematic. Take a look. This was made by using Nano Banana, which allows us to change camera angles while keeping the scene consistency exactly the same. Head back to Nano Banana Pro, drag in the first scene image and apply this visual prompt. A top-down view of the same messy living room from the reference image, focusing on a pizza box with one slice left. Keep the lighting and overall environment consistent. This is the generated image. Now for the animation, bring this image back to OpenArt's Video tab, then select Kling 2.6, and the motion prompt is going to be a rapid, smooth zoom in towards the last slice of pizza. Here is the result. Now, let's move on to the next scene. The steps for generating this shot are very similar. Head back into Nano Banana Pro, then drag in the first scene image along with both character hero shots into the Omni reference section. For the prompt, I basically mentioned that the angle remains the same, while the chubby roommate in blue shirt leans forward with a sneaky expression as his hand slowly reaches the slice of pizza. And here's the image we get. Next, bring this image into Kling 2.6 and bring the image to life with a motion prompt. The animation came out exactly how I wanted it. Now let me show you a few more scenes that turned out incredible. Check this out. This was created using the same trick I showed earlier, changing the camera angle while keeping the scene perfectly consistent. Back in Nano Banana Pro, drag in the first scene image and apply this visual prompt. Camera angle from the left side of the slim roommate, capturing the side angle of the chubby roommate. Hands in view, holding onto the chubby roommate's arm while keeping exact lighting and room layout. This is the image it generates. To animate it, bring the image into OpenArt's Video tab, select Kling 2.6, and use a motion prompt describing a back and forth tugging motion between the two characters. Here is the result. Now let me show you the next scene. The image was generated using the same technique. In Nano Banana Pro, drag the first scene image again into the Omni reference. For the prompt, describe both roommates lying on the floor at the bottom of the frame, exhausted and shocked after falling over. Now we have this image. Let's animate it by bringing it to Kling 2.6 and provide a motion prompt. Moving on to the third step, we'll be using the grab frame feature from our animations. This means you don't have to start over when creating the next scene. Instead, you can pull any frame from an existing animation and use it as the foundation for the next shot. For example, I'll use the last frame of one of my generations. Just click the arrow and select Grab Last Frame. By doing this, we don't need to generate a new image in Nano Banana Pro. We can continue animating directly from the previous scene while keeping everything consistent. For the next connecting scene, use this prompt. The chubby roommate points suddenly to the left, shouting, "Wait, what's that?" The roommate in a black hoodie turns his head to the left. The scene already looks great, but there's one thing I'm not happy with: the character's voice. But that's not a problem, because this is exactly what we'll fix in the fourth step, using 11 Labs, which is currently one of the best platforms for generating high-quality AI voiceovers. On top of that, we can make the scene even more immersive by adding narration and sound effects to build tension and enhance the overall impact. So head over to 11 Labs and click on Voices. There are thousands of voices you can choose from. To use the voice, select Add Voice and then click on Text-to-Speech and select the voices you just chose. You can write anything you have in mind that matches your needs. Once you have your voiceover and narration down, it's time to put everything together in an editing app. Adding sound effects and making all the animations flow together might take a little practice, but it's not as hard as it seems. With each attempt, your results will only get better. After spending about 10 minutes of sound design, here's the final result of our hard work.
It was a peaceful Friday night. I was watching cartoons with my brother until we both noticed a big problem. That's when it all went down. He made the first move, so I had to stop it.
Ow, wow. Wait, what's that?
Huh? He tricked me, and for a split second, he almost got away with it, but I grabbed it too. And suddenly, it was war. We fought with honor, but in the end, none of us had it.
And just like that, this is how I create the entire animated cartoon in 4 simple steps. If you want to give AI animation a shot, I highly recommend OpenArt. because you can try all the tools it offers with just one subscription. Now, if you guys want to learn how to make AI cartoon videos with zero animation skills, click the video on screen right now.